and my brother are there. My lovely niece went ahead and rented a U-Haul and packed the entire soccer team and drove across country and way to keep them out of harm's way. So did a lot of incredible stuff and people so crazy reaction. Just guys, Baylor I'm just so proud of him. Just knocking the ball away. And if you're not following her or any of the other folks in the room, but specifically Sharon and Kirk, they're just doing awesome things. And she does have her space with Alisher, so highly recommend. We're going to wait a few more minutes as usual. We want to make sure people are getting filtered in. We do know that there are a lot of people without power, right? And just for the sake of the recording, it's going to be recorded. So you're not going to miss anything per se. And as always, we will have our Thursday morning recap at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can come in and rehash everything, go through the quick and dirty in order to get everything done. And it'll be wonderful, So if you need to bow out this evening, Hakuna Matata, there's no worries. We're all hacking our own education and we're learning it on our time. I see that Gustavo is here. Alisher has arrived, which is always very good. And Star Boss, my beloved Star Boss. Welcome, welcome. I want to do the mic check for both Matea and for Cash Money Kev. Matea, how are you, friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I am hanging in there. I had talked to Ross earlier. I'm hoping that the boys are well fed. I'm anxious to see how it all turned out on their end, but I can't complain. Even when things go haywire, I'm just thankful that I have electricity. And we have now a new furnace and we have a new air conditioner, and we're waiting on the generators. All the generators are being sent south. My generator's fine. It just needs to be brought up to code. So there'll probably be a little bit of a delay. I'd rather have those that are in need have that on hand than us having to replace it right away. So I'm perfectly cool with that. Cash Money Kev, you want to test your mic?
How you doing, Sarah? I got a new set of AirPods. The cat did win the war, but that's okay. Love her to death. I just want to welcome everybody to week 3. I'm super proud of everybody for staying strong and sticking it through this far. We're going to keep working on our Canva clone today and get it to a point where I think everybody's already past getting it deployed on Vercel. This is super cool. I'm already logged into mine, so everybody be sure to get logged into your Vercel, your GitHub, have your VS Code up, anything that you're going to need. My app's on AI Tutor for sure. Get your developer up 100%. You're going to need that, along with maybe Pixio. I'm not too sure about that, but I always love Pixio, just having that at the ready. The stream is up in the top of the nest. If you need it, guys, just follow along. You can click on that and stay in the X space here and follow along with Ross, Nick, and Alisher. They got their stream up. It's awesome. It's also on the website. If it's lagging for you on X, the website is pretty clean. I love what Luke has done, and what we're building out with the app that's soon to come is about to be legendary. I'm excited. And with that, I think I've hit every note. Sorry about that. My voice is getting back to 100%. I'd say it's at a 98%, which is awesome. Like Sarah said, Nick and Alisher and Sharon Space, they're working with Unreal Engine right now, and that is super cool. So I'm gonna have to second that and say you got to check that out tomorrow, on Friday. And don't forget to set that reminder for ITT number 71. And with that, Sarah, I'll pass it back to you. How are you doing, Sarah? I'm sorry to hear about the family and how the hurricane's affecting you. And I know Smoke has also been affected, and we're going to figure out something to help him out. Um, and, uh, and hopefully you too, and your family. We'll see what we can do.
Well, we're resilient people. That's the thing, is that you are adaptable. And I think, folks that have adversity such as these times, that's when they get to shine. That's their superpower. It really truly is. I've never seen more magnificent people than those who have lost everything. I know that sounds harsh, but farm kids, we have a different perspective on life and death and loss. I will tell you this: each and every one of you that have showed up today, if you lose everything, you still have your skills, you still have your tools, and you can build anything with that. And it just takes that maker mindset. And so I hope that each and every one of you embrace the fact that you're adding to your quiver, and it's really, really important. Those are things that nothing can take away from you. I see that Dave's here. He should be in bed, but I'm glad that he's here because we love our Dave so much. He's just a wonderful, wonderful person. I see that Morgan has also showed up. And I just want to tell you, Cash Money, the cat won the battle. You're going to win the war because eventually it's going to happen again. Cats and earpods. Holy smokes, Batman. All right. So I am a little crispy around the edges, but you know what? We'll take it as it goes, and we'll get started. It's about 7:09, so usually we try to start at 10 minutes after. Please make sure you're taking notes. Things are getting really complex, and today it's going to be tough, and you're going to move fast, and we're basically kind of, how you revisit everything. Goes in seasons. And so you're continually revisiting. And every time you revisit, you dig down a little deeper and you understand the material a little bit better. So when Ross comes on up here, he's going to say hey to everybody, tell everybody what he's been up to. And we'll get going. Ross, did you want to test your mic for everybody? Also, you know what? We're still playing by the same rules. If you have questions, comments, concerns, make sure you're tagging us in the bubble. It's easier for us to kind of look and see. We know that you're on multiple screens, and we know that there's a delay. So we have lots of little moving parts. We do have the Slack channel that's always open. And if there are things that I mentioned this last week, that come across and you know for a fact that they're confusing for you, take advantage of that little snip tool or write it in your Notion notes, document the timestamp, because you can come back to it and listen to it with fresh ears. Sometimes in the moment you're trying to figure something out, it's just not working, or the delay is not connecting the dots for you. Those are the type of moments where you should be documenting that timestamp so that you can revisit it and not waste your entire time. This is a 5 hour, sometimes late class, so you want to make sure you do that. See that Dallas has arrived, and Alton. I want to make sure that we're saying hi to everyone. I don't know who Abdifata is, but welcome. And to all of our anonymous listeners, we do have a lot of young makers that populate our space. And even though you're anonymous and we don't see your face, we still feel your presence. And so you're all welcome to be here this evening. Ross, let's test your mic, friend, see what we get, and we'll get going.
Do you guys hear me?
Excellent. Yes, yes, yes. How was the pizza?
It was good. Also, and thank you for that, by the way. And the cake was really good. That was breakfast.
I hope you ate it first.
I did, yeah. But then there's more cake later, so.
That's excellent. This is good. This is good.
So the live stream's a little bit different. You can be like 100% like before and just look on Twitter, but there's a new link. You can actually watch it as a webinar, and you can actually join in like with your screen. So there's a special link. 10 people could be here like live with us if they need help. I'm gonna post it in the comments. Then I gotta find it here. But it's a little bit better because they are recorded differently, which is really cool. And so if you guys have trouble, the best thing to do would be jump in the live stream. Does everyone understand?
This is also a really good skill for folks that maybe you feel intimidated or this isn't something you're used to. It's actually an incredibly good skill to have just so that you can navigate and have that instant touch point. So, this is a safe area also for you to experiment. So, if it's your first time, you know what? Do it. Full feet, full feet, jump in. And, everybody else here will help you along the way. You do want to navigate those kinds of live streams and different ways to communicate in a social audio space. In the very near future, it's going to make a bigger difference than it already has. And so, for you that want to have connection with your client base, etc., maybe you're consulting, maybe you're teaching classes, all of those things, you want to have these in your back pocket as ways and mechanisms to connect with your core groups of people, especially teachers. This is all secondhand to them. So yeah, make sure you're doing that. Okay, so I see that State is here. Hi, State. Hope you're having a great day. And folks, just come on up, fill up those speaker spots so that we can all kind of cross pollinate. So I think we're ready to go. Make sure that any links that you do click, they are in the nest at the end of closer to the end of the recording. We'll make sure that they get down in the purple bubble and attached. But once again, if we forget to put them in the purple bubble, you will always find them at Innovators Think Tank, and you'll have the synapses there as well as in the Slack channel. All right, so Ross, take it away, my friend.
So I'm gonna give you guys one shot right now, only now, if you have questions about where we are right now. So if something doesn't work right now, this is your last chance at this point, because the next phase is we're gonna be connecting a bunch of stuff. We're also gonna be building new features. And this is where it's gonna get super interesting. So if you aren't at the point where I am right now, where you could log in, like what's on live stream, you should come and join the live stream. That's your silent invitation to get in here.
Ross, I got a quick question. I'm where you're at, but I have I guess it might be Chrome doing its thing because it's a new site. It says it's a dangerous site in the top left, like an X. And so when I went to my Vercel domain, it popped up with a "Are you sure you want to enter this site?" type message.
Did you make a custom domain or no?
Not yet.
Did you type in HTTPS or no?
Yes, I did.
Try incognito or a different browser and see what happens. That's super weird.
Okay.
Any other questions? 'Cause I'm gonna assume everyone can log in and do what I'm doing. Bet you upload doesn't work either. Yeah, uploads messed up. So we gotta fix that. Anyone? So everyone good?
I think
We're good?
we're good.
Just one second. I'm bringing up Rutro. She might have a question, Ross. So just give me 2 seconds. She's transmorgifying into the speaker's role. How are you, Rutro?
Oh, fine. I can't complain. Anyway, I do have a problem, Ross, but it's a me problem. And for tonight, I think I'll just sort of follow along and then I'll go back and fix my problem. But you're saying, huh? What was that?
What's your problem?
What's my problem? That's a loaded question. Well, I was almost there like last week, the night that we were doing that, and then I went ahead and did like the recap, and I decided, oh, I'll just start all over because this will be, really good for, yeah. And anyway, I'm just totally hosed. I was at the point where I generated the database and tried to migrate it, and I got like a weird code. and it's going back to drizzle of all
Wait,
things.
going back to what?
Drizzle is like the weird
Yeah,
error.
this is good. So, just join the live stream and I'll show you. I think I know your problem. And I had the same problem too, and it wasn't even my fault. It was Sharon's fault. She likes to give code with extra spaces.
Ah,
You can't
okay.
blame it on Sharon. You have to own it.
No,
I'm just
today was
telling you.
Sharon. Today was Sharon. She messed me all up. Sitting there,
No, she was
running
just
it.
testing you, Ross. She's just
Yeah,
testing you.
right. She's like,
I love
okay.
Sharon.
Okay, I'm a little challenged here. I got like 3 devices going. So,
So what you really
um,
got to do is join the live stream, and then you could actually present here.
okay. And that's where my problem starts to begin. Another one. So to do that, I'd like would have to show my Mac, and I'm like on 5% battery, and it's not doing very well there. So
Plug
let me
in
try.
and join in a few minutes. But you should be plugged
Okay.
in. 5%
Okay.
is stress levels that I
I
don't even
know
want.
exactly. I know, but I don't know what is going on with my battery, but it's okay. I think I'll join in and then I'll say something later. Okay.
Okay. So you guys see my list? I'm just making a list of what we got to do. So like if you don't come up right now, I'm assuming you're all good to go. You got the software deployed. Your code is running in Vercel. You're able to do all these things. It auto saves to Neon Postgres, which you can see here. We have it all logged in because we're going to have to insert things, right, into projects. Because creating templates are going to be static. So like you see this project right here? Right here, this is my project. Let's see what it's called. Untitled project. Which one's this? Okay, we'll delete that one. Okay, so this project right here in Neon, once I refresh, because I just deleted a project, this could be true. You guys see this? Check it out. And then you see stage that change, save it. Now, before there was no templates, right? Now, there will be a template here. Confirm, and there it is. You guys see that? So this is how we can create user templates. There's just like some issue there. So we have to see why it's like broken. But yeah, pretty cool. Oh, URL right here. Okay, so this is just so cool. So I'm going to use this and I'm going to take a picture of this screen, just like this. I'm going to crop it to this, right? This is actually really cool, this back end right now. Wait till you guys see this. Done. Download this. Now I need to host this. So ideally I would serve this in public folder, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cheat and use my own software that I built for hosting images super fast when I don't want to deal with it. Here's the image address, and this is where I put the URL. If I do
Just
that,
2 seconds. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. Cash Money Kev, is the Innovators Think Tank site working?
It
I,
should be. Let me double check it.
I
It is.
apologize, Ross. I'm seeing an error message and I have a
oh,
DM.
you're good.
I know StreamYard's working, but I want to know if Innovators Think Tank is. All right, just finish your thought, Ross. I apologize for chiming in. I just want to make sure that we have it all working for everybody. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So basically, you can create the photos that would be here, like the thumbnails. So if I create it again, it'll have a thumbnail. It auto creates it. So like this is how you do the thumbnails. And if I do that off, there's no more thumbnail. There's no nothing. See?
Sharon has a question.
Sure.
I wanted to also know if the Innovators Think Tank Twitch stream is working. Then my second question is, what are coupons? What is upload on the list, Ross? I don't have any of that. What's that?
We have to make all this.
Oh, okay. So Stripe is what we need. Google login is what we need. GitHub login, Visual Studio Code project, and
Mhm.
is that it?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
And putting the thumbnail URL is not exactly working. So either it needs to be served on Vercel, which is possible, because when I go to it, it's like invalid optimized request. So I think this would have to be the URL for it to optimize it, and it still rejects it. So this would have to be somewhere in your website in Vercel. So we'll learn about that later, but that is something we need to do. I didn't hit it. Is that why? I got it. It's good. Okay. All right. So everyone good? No questions. Everyone has this launched. And if you
I
need
am
to come
not
to live,
seeing any hands, so I think we're
you
good.
can.
I see that Dan has arrived, Monique has arrived, and Flo is back. So we want to make sure that you are all caught up and watching the Twitch stream live. Just give me a thumbs up so that we know that you are engaged and are on the same page. I just want to make sure we have everybody in the room.
Also, Ross, the incognito mode worked for me. I didn't get that security error message. And
Well, that's
also
good.
the stream is back up, guys, on the website.
That is an affirmative. I'm seeing it too.
That is good. Okay, so if everyone's good, we're gonna move forward on some of these things that we got to do. But if you do need help, this is like time. Okay, no,
Nope.
we good?
We've got two hands. I love
Okay.
you guys so much. Sharon, go first, and then Ruh-Roh.
I want to know where the users are stored. Where can you manage the users? So when you sign up, excuse me?
Right here in neon.
In Neon, okay, because I don't know my password. I mean, I can just log in again, but I just wanted to know. It's in yeah,
Okay.
okay, that was a dumb question. Okay.
Don't
Okay.
lose your neon password.
Well, not Neon, just my login for the app.
You just make a new one.
I know, that's what I just said, but yeah. Okay, thank you.
We have
Everyone good?
Ruh-Roh. Nope,
Okay.
Ruh-Roh is here.
Oh yeah, hi. So I'm on StreamYard, but I don't see any place to join a video or whatever. But I don't want to hold the class, so I can just sort
You're
of
not
watch.
holding
But
it. If
okay,
you're on StreamYard, that's like a viewer, right?
yeah,
There's a link like in the nest, right? And that link, there's like a watch link, then there's like a join link. The join link is different. So I'm gonna tag you on the join link, so you should at least get a tag.
okay. And I think what I'll do is just follow along, and I'll sort myself out.
Because if
After.
you're where you say you are, then you're
Yeah,
like 2 seconds away.
I know. It's like,
Just make sure I spell your name right. Why does it not show up? Did you change your handle? No.
no, it's at Astro Row or whatever.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I found you. That took forever. Okay. So now you're tagged in where you go, and that is like you can join. It's like a joining thing.
I see that Parker has also joined us. I want to make sure that you are linked up top so that you can see the live stream. So we're all on the same page. Hopefully you've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's from last week so we can hit the ground running. I think we're good to go. Ross, if you are ready,
Yeah.
forge ahead,
So
and I'll keep an eye on the room. Yep.
this is all the stuff that we need, guys. So who did number 1? Anybody?
Cash Money Kev is doing cartwheels and, shaking his pom-poms in your direction.
So if we all did this is really important. If you didn't do this or don't want to do this, you have to speak up now, and we're going to go over how to do something like that.
Starbucks just came up.
Be able to do the some of the things that we're going to do. So if you did put it in, you're fine.
Okay, sounds good.
So you should have in your ENV, basically, it should look like this. So right here it says stripe this empty. So this doesn't exist yet. And secret key. So who put a secret key? Because mine says blah, blah, blah. So I'm fixing that right now.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to do all of this in test mode. Obviously, the same exact thing you could do in live, right? But if you want to go live, you just hit this accept payments button. But for now, we're going to use test mode. So in order for this to work for me, first, I need a secret key, right? So it says that one's the secret key. And then in here, it says Stripe secret key. So this looks like it matches. We're going to just do that. And again, I'm showing this live. Don't ever do that. This is a test key. And again, if you want to join the live stream, you're welcome to. Anyone can. It was pinned up here at some point, but it's an available thing if you need some extra help. So now that I did that, I need a webhook secret, and I have no idea how to do that. So hold on. So typically, you would find this in your code. So if I go to my code and I look at SRC, I like pretend to be like a website. We go to app and then API, and then one of these is going to have it. So it could be subscriptions. We'll figure out the exact one. And then there's hooks. I'm looking hooks. No.
Hey there, my name is
You
Antonio,
basically have to
and
go
in this
somewhere
course, we're going
and
to
create a
build a
webhook
graphic design
that
software as a
tells
service
Stripe
tool
what's
from the
going on.
ground up. You will learn how to create
So hang
a
on.
fully functional editor that includes essential tools
Gotta
like
get that.
shapes, text, and drawing,
So
but is
everyone,
also
when you
equipped
put
with
your
a
keys
template
in,
system, an
you
expletive
must
feature,
rebuild, right?
autosave
So what you're going
capabilities,
to want to
as
do
well.
is rebuild with the Stripe key, because you need to have the key in order to create the Stripe hook, the Stripe webhook, and then we need a URL.
Hey.
You'll see.
When in doubt, make sure you're in test mode. Just, I want to make sure to put that in the recording.
Definitely
Yeah, I mean, if you're ready to get going, push the button and go. Void the warranties, open the box. But if you are not, make sure test mode is available. Sharon, did you have your hand up, friend?
Yeah, I just wanted to know, shall we be in test mode now? It's like, no, not anymore, right?
You don't have to be in test mode. You could do all this in non-test mode. It's totally fine.
Well, I am in test mode. Do I have to go on non-test?
No. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, if you want, if you want it to work properly, yeah, like in real
Okay.
life. If you want to charge people, you need to turn test mode on,
Clear.
like off.
Just
off.
now for today, we don't have to.
You could. I mean, you're just getting codes. So like right now, basically, when I create a webhook, right, I need a proper URL. So like, if you use live, that means someone could actually pay for it, like as soon as we're done.
Okay.
We're using test mode because I'm using test mode because, I don't want to put my live credentials on the entire internet.
Of course. Now I have another question. Here's so many folders. Where the heck is my ENV file in the project?
So env is looking like it's going to be .env in the root folder. Should look something like this.
I mean, I can search for it too, right? Yeah.
You should be able to find it. Should be really easy. .env. Oh, and fun fact, if you try to pull your env and do a drizzle migrate, you actually can't. It has to be .env, not .env.local. So we figured this out the other day. There's some extra security on Postgres on Neon. So it requires a real env file. So if you did have a error with running a command, I would say run it with .env instead of .env.local, and then try your commands. And of course, don't put an extra space.
I can't find it. Say it again. Where is it? In root?
So in root, it's just .env or .env.local.
Okay, where's
Whichever.
root?
What do you mean? The root, like the main folder. When you open up, like look at the stream. You won't have so many questions. Just look at my stream.
So where are you?
I'm just in
I don't-
VS Code.
Why do I not have my ENV file in there anymore? Am I in the right thing? Oh my gosh, maybe I'm not in the right project. I'll
That's
figure it.
probably true.
Yeah, thank you.
You're good. Any other questions before we do some Stripe stuff? Everyone good? Okay.
I just wanted to say we do have a listener down in the audience, and I can't figure out the name, the communication and design. I think it's Yuda Kosuki. I wanted to welcome you to the space and just thank you for arriving today. I wanted to make sure that you feel welcome, and hopefully, if you need anything, you can just holler. All right, I think we have everybody, and Mimi has arrived also. So welcome, welcome. Continue, Ross. Fire away.
Okay, so we need to create a Stripe endpoint because Stripe needs to communicate with our website and it needs to send information back and forth. So the way we do this is with this code on the right. We're not actually going to copy this. That would be crazy. So don't do that. But this is an example of how you can interact with Stripe and your data and all that. Just an example. But this is kind of what's already in our code that we've been working on. So we need our domain. That's step one. So who's got a domain? So you should be where I am, and you should have a domain. So who is where I'm at? Everyone good? Next. So then we're gonna write. We're gonna go to the API folder, right? And let's actually go there. Let's see what's happening. What's going on? API.
Can
So
I ask
then-
one more thing? Can I ask one more thing? Because I need the Twitch stream because I can't click back and forth. I'm just wondering if the ITT is running now. Oh, no, don't even worry about it. I can go to the,
I'm just wondering if,
stream. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm asking too many dumb questions today. Sorry.
don't even worry about it.
There are no
In the
dumb
stream?
questions. You do have to refresh
Stream, don't
I had
worry,
a
don't
trouble,
worry. I'm asking.
but it was showing. So whenever it
There are no dumb
freezes, and this is just for FYI in the recording, if you're toggling from screen to screen, sometimes it'll just freeze, and then you're like, well, frack, I don't know if this is running or not. If you can watch the Twitch stream live at the same time, and some people find it easier, but it's just yet another, thing on the computer. So whatever works for you, but if it does freeze, find it easier, make sure that you are clicking refresh or just, pounding your keyboard or something. But yeah, it's not easy problem. Haley, did you fresh and friends?
Yes,
pounding
how
your
do we
keyboard
get
or
back to
something.
that spot
But
that you're
yeah,
on
it's
right
not
now,
easy.
Ross? On Stripe?
Haley, Did you
So you
fresh
go
and
to
friends?
developers,
Yes,
you go to
how do we get
webhooks,
back to
and
that
you create
spot
one.
that
But
you're
yeah,
on
it's
right
not
now,
easy.
Ross? On Stripe?
Haley,
Okay, thank you.
Did you
So you
fresh
go
and
to
friends?
developers, let me know if that works. You go to webhooks, and you create one.
That you're on right now, Ross? On Stripe?
Haley,
Okay, thank you.
So you go to developers. So I'm staying on this screen so you guys can see. So I'm looking at the code,
Okay.
and then I'm searching for like things where
I'm staying on this
like it says
screen so you guys
webhook.
can
Look,
see.
project root.
So I'm
Boom.
looking at the code.
This
and then
is
I'm searching for like things
the
where
secrets.
I'm staying on this
And
screen
look,
so you
that
guys
it
can
wants
see.
this. So it's like
Project
exactly what we want.
So
So right here, guys,
I'm searching.
this is where we're gonna
Like,
connect.
and
look,
look,
that it wants
user
this. So it's like
authentication
exactly
against
what
the
we want.
subscription,
So right
against
here,
features,
guys,
and
this
payment and
is where we're
subscription.
gonna connect.
And they're all going to interface together.
It wants
User
this. So it's like
authentication
exactly
against
what
the
we want. And we're gonna
subscription,
do this
against features,
really
and
easily,
payment
right?
and
We're gonna just
subscription.
copy
And
this
they're all going to interface together.
because we're smart and also lazy.
Against features,
Really
and
easily, right? So we're just gonna literally copy exactly what's in the code.
because we're smart.
We're literally
and
just
also
going to
lazy.
paste it. That simple.
We're just gonna literally.
So we just
copy
followed the code. exactly what's in the code.
because we're
We're
smart.
literally
and
just
also
going
this is
to
how we
paste it.
construct the API call.
That simple. We're just
I'm gonna ask
So we
another
just
dumb
followed the
question. I'm
code.
sorry.
I'm
Um,
gonna start calling you. Okay,
This is how
this
we
one's
construct
great.
So, give me red points. Give me minus points. So the endpoint is basically in order to get payments from the users, correct? The endpoint is
It's a lot more than
basically.
that. It does do that, but it also like lets us know in the code which user has a subscription. Maybe a user had a subscription and it ran out, or they canceled it, or it ended in 30 days and they don't want it anymore.
And
We
that
use
is-
a webhook to figure out that information. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm just wondering, I mean, I'm gonna do this now, but I can delete that later because okay, I'm gonna make this available in my thing and I don't have that, I don't need that, but I can just delete it later. I'll just go through the process and then I can just do
Well,
it.
what you could do is you can add it in, right? And then you could provide people that sign up with your magazine a discount code, which they can use. It'll make it zero. Can add it in, right? Monthly. And then you could.
Well, I wanna-
Then you can have people that could sign up to your AI tool and not have your magazine yet, and then you could like market the magazine on top. Do your own like
Well, I
ad.
wanna-
Then you can have people that could sign up to your AI tool. And not have
Yeah,
your
of
magazine
course,
yet,
you
and then
can
could, like,
add that
market the
to,
magazine
you
on
can
top.
have more people get access to it, yeah.
But it's good to control
Yeah,
who's
of
using
course,
it.
you can-
Stripe
you
is
can
really
add
good
that
at
too.
verifying
You can
user
have more-
details, and
have
if
more people
things,
get access to
if
it,
like the card
yeah.
is good, it identifies stolen
Yeah.
cards. There's a lot of cool things there. And especially if people are going to be making calls, I mean, you want to somewhat rate limit them. Stripe could do that based on subscription, even if it's $0. I mean, you want to somewhat rate limit them, if that makes sense, based on subscription. Even if it's you should do it to set it up, and you could always, code it out if you wanted to remove the subscriptions altogether.
Yeah, I'll just code,
You
yeah,
should do it
yeah,
to set
okay,
it up,
thank
but
you.
you should do it so you can see how it all works. Code it out if you wanted to
Exactly,
remove the
that's what I was
subscriptions
thinking.
altogether.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'll just
Thank
code-
you. Yeah, yeah.
And
okay,
again,
okay.
you can always drop the price to zero and keep the whole
Exactly,
payment
that's what I was
system in
thinking.
place.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'll just
Thank you.
code, yeah, yeah.
And again, you know what I mean? You can always drop
That
the
makes a
price
lot
to
of
zero.
sense, yep.
and then you have security, and no one's gonna spam your app. It's great. You know what I mean? Stripe Radar is free,
Yep.
part of Stripe, and then you have protect your app, and no one's gonna spam
That is so
your
smart, Ross. You're
Great.
such a
You know what I mean?
genius.
Stripe Radar is free,
Yep.
part of Stripe.
Well,
And then
it's,
have
you
protect
know,
your app, and no
when you
one's gonna
think
spam
about
That is so
your
smart,
payments, you
Ross.
want to
You're
protect
such
the
a
payment
genius.
100%. And
Stripe Radar is free.
Stripe actually does a lot of the hard work for you for
When
free.
you think
That
about
is so
Ross
You
just
take
smart,
clicked that,
payments, you want to
Sharon.
protect the payment
So
100%.
yeah, he fed that ego right there. He's
Stripe
clicking
actually
it.
does a
He's
lot
gonna
of the
play it
hard work
back.
for you.
tell you he's so
Ross
genius,
just
you
clicked
know,
that,
and we
Sharon.
get to, he's pouring his brain out to us. This is so much value. I don't know what to say. You know, and we get to, he's pouring his
And that's why
brain
we're
out
doing
to
it. We
us.
want to
This
do
is
something
so
that
much
really isn't done
value.
on social
I
audio,
don't know
and
what to say.
this is sort of
We get to,
um
he's pouring
the
his
most
brain out to us.
insane space that I have ever attended, let alone leading.
This is sort of,
But like I would have attended and listened. This is such useful information when you're building. It's so difficult to understand. Like, how do you construct the endpoint URL for Stripe? Oh, it's so easy. You just follow the code. So app API Stripe webhooks and copy paste, copy paste, copy paste like 4 times. The endpoint URL, and there you construct it. It's so simple and so straightforward. And I remember struggling with this for like days. Like 4 times. The endpoint URL, and there you construct it. It's so simple and so straightforward. I can't. I'm on Android, so I don't see anything. So if there's a hand, let me know. Sharon. I don't see nothing.
Nope,
If-
I don't have any hands. Oh,
I'm on Android, so I don't see
Nope, sorry,
anything.
Sharon.
So
Go
if
ahead and
there's a
finish your
hand,
thought,
let me
and
know.
then
Sharon.
I think Hallie just had her hand up, but go ahead, Sharon.
No, I just wanted to say that Hallie has her hand up.
Sorry, Sharon. Go ahead. You're so good. You're so good. I think we're smacking each other high five. Go ahead, Sharon.
No, I just wanted to say that
I am
Hallie has her hand
still
up.
having a hard time
You're
finding
so
the
good.
figure out.
You're so good.
I
I think
click
we're
the
smacking
webhook.
each other high
I'm
five. Go ahead.
seeing like a graph of my webhook activity. Do I just create new endpoint? I'm
Yeah.
seeing like a graph of my webhook activity.
So it should look like this when you hit create new
Do I
endpoint
just
on my screen.
create new endpoint?
Yeah.
Seeing like so you found
So it
an
should look like
event
this when you hit create new endpoint
in
on
the
my
find
screen.
event by name or subscription.
Yeah. No. What are you What are you doing?
So
Can you join the live
you
stream?
found
It
an
should look
event
like this when you hit create new endpoint
in
on
the
my
find
screen.
event by name or subscription.
Yeah. No.
Let
What are you What are you
try.
doing?
So
Can you join the live
you
stream?
found
It
an
should look
event?
like this when you hit create new endpoint.
Because I'm just on the, it says to select an event before I
No.
configure my
What are you
endpoint.
doing? Yeah, but like I didn't even get there yet.
Because I'm just
Like,
on
it's here.
the, it says to select.
So like,
an
what are you
event
What are you
before I
doing? Like, are you
configure
here?
my endpoint. Well, it's
Yeah,
not
but,
showing
like,
me that.
I didn't
It's
even
just
get there
showing
yet.
me.
Yeah,
'cause
but
I'm
I
just on
need to
the-
see where you're at. So if you could join the live stream, that'd be. That's why I'm doing it like this.
Okay, it's not
Yeah, but,
showing
like,
me that.
I didn't
It's
even get
showing
there.
me.
Actually join
I
in. Need to see where you're at. So if you could join the
Okay,
live
do
stream, that'd
I
be.
join
That's
in
why I'm doing it
through
like
the Discord or the
you can actually join
or
in.
the back
So
way I
are
get
you
to-
on?
okay, do
Are
I
you on your
join in
computer?
through, the Discord
So
or
I don't know
the
if I can message you. Can you message AI Tutor?
yes.
Maybe I can message it. I'll send you a link if it lets me. Yeah, so I just sent you a link. You just click that and then you're in the stream, like live. And state, I don't know if you're still here, but it's fixed. So you can go back to Twitch. You're good. There should be no echo. That was a setting. So if you were on Twitch and you heard an echo, that's what happened. So, Hallie, you have, you can join. Oh, you're here. Nice. So then I can add you to the stage. Just start sharing your screen and I'll add your screen. Should be easy to see once I see where you are. Because there's only like 2 things to do. There's go there, hit add webhook, So who's got a webhook created that looks just like this? This is the important part. While we wait for Hallie. You guys see my screen?
Oh, no, it's back. It's back all good.
When you say created, do you mean just having this endpoint in there,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
did you actually do
No,
another
I didn't do it
activity
yet.
before that?
Nope, I'm gonna do it in a
Okay.
minute. But this is
I think it's
totally
a
different.
protocol of some sort too, but it is definitely different on a Mac. Sharon has her hand up. Go ahead, Sharon.
Well, yeah. One second. And Hallie, you can look at my screen to see what to put there. Now, Sharon, what's your pick?
Did you just add API, webhook and all that stuff, or where did you get that link from? Did you
Sharon,
add
I'm
that?
gonna send my phone all the way to California at you. What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, API dash subscriptions dash webhook, did you add that?
First of all, when coding, you have to be short in things, and that's a forward slash, not a dash. If you put a dash, it's definitely gonna fail.
/ yeah. Sorry.
And how I got that was I looked at the folders. So in the folders from GitHub, there's a folder called app, then an API folder, then there's a subscriptions file, and then a route in that file. We looked in the code, so we constructed it. We didn't just make it up.
Okay.
I'm at
Well,
the
I
same
was
spot as you,
trying-
Sharon.
Yeah, I was trying to find my project, so I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. Can I just write that there? Because, yeah, or,
You
yeah,
can write anything, sure.
I'll just write it because it's somewhere. Yeah, you said where was it? In what folder?
It's a collection of folders. It's a path. So you go
Okay.
to app, and then you copy the word app, and then inside there's API. You copy
Oh,
API.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I
We
understand. Okay.
constructed it.
Okay, now I'm a little confused. So I'm at my files on GitHub, and I have the Drizzle public and SRC. Is
Uh-huh.
that what you're talking about? That's where I find the app in there?
No, so in SRC, there's app. That's the first place.
Okay, now I see.
And then in there is API. And then there's route. And then there's subscriptions. And that's how we constructed it.
So all he's talking about is a file tree. He's just
See.
giving us the file tree. That's all.
Yes.
Thank you. I
Remember-
appreciate it.
And is your webhook the correct way, Holly, before we do this? So your webhook should be constructed to look like this. Your URL, and then these things at the end of it.
Well, do I have to, well, I'm gonna have to enter that somewhere later, right?
Do
Or
it now.
say, I didn't
You
understand.
enter what? Enter what? You gotta enter it in Stripe, and then we're gonna get a secret key. Then we're gonna use that secret key in our app.
Yeah,
Are you
I
confused?
found, yeah, well, I
Yeah,
found
I
it.
would back up that. Yeah.
I found it, right? I followed the path. I'm now on subscriptions, right? And then
Yeah.
you're just, yeah, I'm on subscriptions, but yeah, that's where it ends, correct?
No. Then you go in subscriptions, and there's a thing in there that says /webhook. You got to be a better private investigator, Sharon.
Well, that's just, okay, well, the problem is that I wasn't doing it right. I didn't go and, well, I'm in my Visual Studio Code project, not on GitHub.
It doesn't matter where you are.
Well, for me, it ends at that file subscriptions. I see absolutely no webhook. I don't see
But
it.
you gotta go in there, Sharon.
Well,
So-
I'm in there, yeah, and now, okay, webhook.
You gotta open the file. It's in the file.
Oh, okay.
I see the env.stripe webhook secret in there
Where?
in the subscriptions file.
Oh yeah.
Is that where I find that the webhook? I'm still
Maybe
I'm asking the same thing as Sharon.
it might be. Just do Control F or Command F, right? And search webhook. It'll bring you to the line of code that does this.
Okay, so my webhook is the event equals stripe.webhook.construct event.
No. So if you look at the stream and you look at webhook, it's going to be line 95. Look, go to 95.
Yeah, I'm there.
So there's nothing for you to do. 95
I guess I'm
shows
just-
you the last part of the URL. So the URL ends in /webhook, and it tells you here to do that in this code.
Okay, so we're adding this code to our already live link, correct?
Kind of, yeah. So if you look at my screen, we're adding API /API/subscriptions /webhook.
Okay, well, it all
That's
just
how you
clicked.
do
Thank
it.
you. Sorry.
Yeah, and no, you're good. I know what you're doing. You're trying to understand why I'm doing this.
Exactly. And I found it.
Well,
Control F is a
Hallie,
good code to
If
have.
Yeah,
it's
no,
any
you're good.
consolation, Hallie, actually talking it out, we're bantering amongst friends, right? So, this is many, many weeks and everything else. Sometimes just talking it out, you are kind of solidifying that muscle memory. So, never doubt yourself when you're sitting there going, okay, I finally get it. And Ross is like the little brother that is kind of poking you saying, come on, you can do this. That's kind of the banter that goes back and forth. And a lot of times you'll actually remember this conversation better because Ross is like interjecting, hey, you should be, this is a you problem or things like that. And then you start thinking about it in your head after the fact. And so, for those of you that maybe a digital makerspace is foreign, right? And I'm just bringing this up to kind of tie everybody in, especially our new listeners. I see Katie's in the audience. I love her. And I see BDF. When you have an open makerspace, there is a level of vulnerability because, you know, you can crash and burn in front of other folks just as easily as have that win. And as long as you cultivate an environment where it's safe to fail miserably and fail faster, and talk things out, you're going to have a more solid, you know, hold on those concepts. You're making it tangible. You're taking something two-dimensional and actually making it tactile, three-dimensional, and holding on to it because you're kind of sticking to it a bunch of other experiences, people's comments, you know, the joking and the back and forth. When Sharon and Ross get going, it's really funny because you start to giggle and laugh, and then later on in your notes, you're like, "Oh yeah, I remember this," and then you kind of can snicker at yourself too. So I just wanted to put that out to you, and I really appreciate that you're willing to be a foil, for lack of a better term. But you know, this is an open class, right? So everybody that's here, we're here for a class, and this is week 3, and you've made it this far. So I think it's beautiful. I'm going to bring Katie up just because I think she has a question or she wants to say hey to her Pocket family. She also should be asleep, just like our friend Dave. She's over. She dwells over in the over the pond. She's a future dweller. How are you, Katie? Katie, can you speak?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can. I know there's a slight delay, so you're doing awesome. How are you this evening?
Yeah, I'm getting there. How are you doing? It's so wonderful to hear you, and thank you so much for your kind words. How are you?
I am doing well. This is our week 3 of the full stack deployment, and so we're all sitting here trying to watch the live stream and make sure that all of our I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So it's not.
Amen.
I know, right? But I could not be more proud of the folks that are showing up daily and choosing to hack their own education. And um, this open forum is sometimes difficult for folks, but this is the way. This is the way of the future, is to have these open spaces. How are you, and how did
Absolutely.
you? How have you fared, my friend?
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for bringing me up on speaker. I just left a very intense space about uh, the poison part, but it's very great to be part of the medicine space now. And my business, I turned poison to medicine. But I felt very excited to share with each and every one of you, just to give you kind of like a little daily dose of positivity, a little boost of encouragement, to remind you to keep going. It is that I myself, I promise I'll keep this short, even though I have a terrible, terrible inability to do so. So if I keep going on, just shut me up. For a while there, I'm a founder of my company, OWL, OWHL, and it's set to revolutionize safety for everyone in the creative industries. And nothing beats that drive. You know, when you get the bug and you're like, oh, and you want to tell everyone about it, and you're like riding this high, and you're like, yes, this is awesome. And you feel indestructible, and you're like, yeah, oh my God, this is so great. And even if somebody sends you questions about it, you're like, I could answer these, boom, 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 boom. And then I don't know about you guys, but I myself know all too well when you hit the wall. And then you're like, oh my God, where did my mojo go? And life happens, and that's okay. But life happens. And your brain is telling you, no, keep going and find these other things that, not other things other than your company. I mean, like, just to keep going and find other things that you can associate the company with, and just keep going, keep going. But it's like you've done a marathon and your legs have gone to jelly. And so you find yourself a little bit like a half empty water bottle floating on the top of a, of a lake. You know, after somebody's drunk from it, after going out for like a night out on a Friday or a Saturday night, and you don't want to even open that bottle, that stinks. You're like, mm. And you're just kind of floating. And you're like, oh man, okay, how am I going to get myself out of this? I promise you, I'm going to land this on a positive. That was me. for a hot minute. I have not been present. And hi, Josh. All the love in the world to you, Amatia, and everybody on here. But this has been me literally for maybe like a month and a half.
And Katie, I think we lost you, friend. You're breaking up.
Oh my God. No, this it's about to get
That's okay. For folks that
it's about
don't
to
know
get so
Katie,
it's about to get so kind of
you're breaking up. I don't want to make you go and run a lap either, but I will tell you, Katie is a dear friend of the Innovators Think Tank. And so, when she comes up, you're trying to encourage folks. So let's see if you have like a minute left and then we'll continue class just
I
because I
promise.
know where you're heading. A lot of folks here in
Yeah.
our space are neurodivergent also. And so Katie is an advocate and her learning style is different than some other folks. And so sometimes you have to sit there and allow your thoughts to kind of marinate and then come out. But she is a very successful businesswoman and has a lot of experience that can help you when you're building your apps, especially, and when you're going through the rigors and building your, let's say your Canva or things like that. Those little tidbits can help. So, Katie, just try to see maybe a minute and then we'll
Okay.
continue on with
I
Ross, okay?
swear to
Go ahead.
you honestly made me wanna cry because I please tell that can you write that on a card that I can present to people before I open my mouth? For real.
It's a recorded space, so you can
I
just
can do
listen
it.
to it over and over again.
Oh my God. Love I'm neurodivergent. My ADHD makes me go from A to Z and all the way through the alphabet. So I will land this here. Very exciting. I'm gonna get to the best part. I get this email. You're invited to lots of different things of like, oh, join this networking event and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, there's one that came up. Anyway, long story short, because now I'm very conscious of my long windedness. Yesterday, I was sat in the Microsoft offices for real life. I was in Microsoft with the head honchos of some really freaking awesome companies that are globally known. And how the hell I ended up there, I don't know, but I do. It is because when you network and you speak and you are authentically yourself and you allow the ebbs and the flows of your build of what you're doing. And sometimes when you hit that phase of like, oh, I'll just be that half empty bottle, I'm going to float. I may be a bit stinky, but I'm not going to sink. I'm just going to allow the stream to take me to where I need to be. I was in Microsoft yesterday. That's really wild. I sat there and I even said out loud, I said, I don't know what I'm doing here, but this is awesome. Because I knew when I was there, but I'm talking about like massive billion-dollar companies. And I just sat there and I said, okay, well, hello, my name is Katie from OWL. I am a founder. We can talk about verifications. Long story cut short, landing the plane right here. I went there with a purpose and a mission is to be authentically myself, be proud of who I am and my company that I've been building, and to accept and allow that the journey and the flow will get you to exactly where you need to be. Just be present. Onboard everything that you are learning in this space, because trust and believe, be patient, and it will come when the time is right. Everything will fall into place. I said in front of COOs, CTOs of billion-dollar companies, thank God I've been on these Twitter live spaces. Otherwise, I'd be screwed.
Well, you won't be
For
screwed,
real
Katie.
life.
You wouldn't be screwed. And I'll
No, for real life.
you know what?
Yeah, you've taught me so much. Honestly, ITT, Josh, Sarah, honestly, you all have taught me so much. Take your notebooks out, make notes, everyone. I'll land it here. And thank you for letting me share
You're
that.
awesome. And I do appreciate sometimes you do have to kind of catch up. There were some folks that were actually trying to catch up in the background. So, you don't have to worry too much. But every Wednesday night, we try to cram in, the nights and the weekends. This is night school for a lot of folks, and I know it's nighttime where you are too. So thank you for dropping in, and I do know that you have been absent, and your absence has been noted. So, you go on to greatness and have a wonderful evening. Ross is going to continue, folks, and I am glad that we have everybody that we can have up on stage. There are a lot of people in the woodwork that have a lot of experience. You never know who's next to you, your left and your right. So hopefully everybody's gotten a new cup of coffee and we're ready to take the next big jump. It is going to be kind of confusing. Katie, I want to invite you to join the live stream so you can kind of catch up to see what we're up to. They're building a clone app of Canva. And so these are upskilling, and we are working on that. So the folks that are on the speaker panel,
That's phenomenal.
it's very cool.
I'll I'm happy to drop down from the
Sure.
speaker, but I've got FOMO, so I will be on listener, and
Well,
I'm very excited.
Well, you should be, because these folks are hacking their own education. And this is the kind of stuff that you can't get necessarily. Maybe you could at a university, but the barrier to entry is so high. So I see that KBot has arrived also, and Vin is also in the audience. I see that Nick has joined with his account. So we do have some other listeners in the anonymous. Welcome. Make sure that you are at Innovators Think Tank watching the live stream. And thank you again for coming aboard. Ross, would you like to take it away, friend? I think he's working on it. He's making sure all the streams are going, or either that or he's going to be running. But Ross, did you have, are you back up live? If your screen is freezing, folks, make sure you refresh. That's a big deal. And we want to make sure that we can hear the tech in schools. If not, I'm going to snag Alice or Nick so that we have another PFP or avatar, as we say, in the
Is
speaker
it
box.
working now?
Excellent. Thank you, Ross. I am
It was
glad to see
amazing.
you took a
So,
laugh. This is awesome. Continue.
so everyone got the link, right? Because now we're going to use it. I feel like y'all had long enough right now to paste this link. So we're definitely spending 0 time on this. So you can hit select all and add events, and then it's created. And now you see this. So if you're here, at this point, you do now have a secret. Who's here? Now we're going to take the secret, because we now have to bring it to Vercel. We have to use this secret in webhook secret.
Did you, all events? That's so much. Okay, so you did all events, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can always change it later and decrease events. Reveal. Description, signing secret. WHSEC. Yep, that's it. Copy, put in Vercel.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you just got the new and improved Stripe. This is fun.
But it takes a while, doesn't it? Until those events are created.
Sharon, I swear, we didn't even use it yet. Just hang on.
No, I clicked on add and it just.
Yeah, but we didn't. It's gonna say waiting. We didn't trigger an event yet.
Well, you said to, yeah, okay, we're on the same place. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
so if I'm here, now that I put my webhook secret, I now have to redeploy for this to work. So I have to go here and redeploy this app, basically.
Where's my webhook? Is it up there? Oh, do I have to copy this ID?
Yep.
At the upper right? Okay.
When you said copy and paste that into Vercel, did you mean like into the browser?
env in
or-
Vercel.
okay.
So if you go to environment variables, there's a webhook secret.
Can I do that same trick we did, or do I have to actually, will it recognize where it needs to go if I just go on a copy paste? No, huh? I probably have to,
No.
okay.
You said environment variables?
Yep. So settings, environment variables. And it's a secret. Stripe webhook secret.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you're in the live stream, so worst case, I can just show your screen. That's the benefit of actually joining the webinar. So now if it's redeployed, you'll know. It's not redeployed yet for me.
Do I have to click redeploy? It doesn't do it automatically?
No, it doesn't do it automatically.
Okay.
How we doing, folks? Did you get it to do what it was supposed to do? If
Hopefully.
you thumbs up if you are. If you're lost, make sure you send up signal flares, because I do know that many of you are on a laptop, which means we can't see you. So you have to kind of give us a wave, or flap your flap your hands like a bird, do something, or just DM if you're lost, or better yet, come on up. That's the best way to do it. So Sharon, did you get it?
I guess so. I'm just a little bit confused because the users, I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, I'll
What are
find,
you-
well,
what are you
because the
not
users
understanding?
seem to be, well, the users seem to also have their own link. I don't get it.
What does that even mean?
I don't
Sharon,
know.
talk it
That's
through.
why I'm
Think
super
about it.
confused.
Just talk it through real quick. You don't get it. So just look at the screen and then talk it through so that you can, because you probably do have it actually. You're just looking at it and it's just not clicking. So talk it through to Ross. What did you just do? And then backtrack it.
I did something wrong.
Oh, sure. But let's backtrack to where it was right. So go back a few steps where you had it and you were on track, right? And then something went wonky. What went wonky? So that take us on that journey so that you can kind of suss it out for yourself. It's just like a Montessori classroom. It doesn't fit, right? The square is just not fitting in the circle, and it doesn't matter if you jam it or not. It's just not going to fit.
Yeah, there is the project, and then I obviously logged in twice, and there's a link for these two logins. I just clicked the wrong place. I wasn't even aware that Vercel shows that. That's kind of strange. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I'm deploying now the project itself and not these users. I don't, yeah. Does that make sense, Ross, or am I talking BS?
You were just on a wrong link.
I was on the wrong link, right? I didn't even know that Vercel stores these users. Oh, because it's connected to Neon or what? I don't understand. Oh, that's okay. That's normal. Okay. So, sir, I was just on the wrong link. So will all these user links show up in my darn Vercel?
No, they'll show up in Neon, actually. And we even missed an environment variable.
Oh, okay.
We forgot one. So the one we forgot is called Stripe Price ID, where we have to actually create a product. So we're going to do that now. Huh? Did you connect it?
Yeah, in the ENV somewhere in the Slack, somebody had it. I think it was Kirk.
Kirk? So what is it? Reoccurring, right? Yeah. Premium. Give it a cool little and Ross the boss. Aw, it has to be smaller. Dan, you're here. So I did something alarming. I'm gonna share it with you. It is the funniest thing. I got lip sync to work, right? But I got lip sync to work on your person. And I'm gonna send it to you in Slack.
Oh my gosh. The crazy,
And our new,
crazy puppet. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
oh my god. No, our new lip sync is so crazy that it can even do the puppet, and it's so funny.
I can attest. I can
I'm gonna
attest.
send you.
He got my flat JPEG to talk, so it's pretty cool, guys.
I tagged you in Slack. I think you'll love it. And if you want to do some of that stuff, let me know. I'll send you the private link, and you could try lip sync for the first time on Pixio. It's crazy. So, anyways, I can't find an image, so I'm just not going to use it. We'll call it $10. It'll be reoccurring. I think that's it. Now I have this. Now I need price ID. So that's product ID. This is price ID. It's different. Head back here. Paste it in. Great. Oh, it's already here. Where is it? Right here. So it's empty. We need to unempty it, right? So we're gonna put it in. Now, just to make sure, we're gonna just search Stripe. 1, 2, 3. Should be good. Okay. Now we should be able to redeploy.
Can I ask you something, Ross? Just
Uh,
also for the recording. So if we have numerous tiers to this subscription model, let's say we have that, then of course we have numerous product IDs, correct?
Yeah, and that's why like you'll be able to use AI Tutor to change and augment like how everything works.
Well, I'm
So, like,
just, yeah.
So just in case that error that I got was like real, even though it's like not at all, I can paste the code that runs this to AI Tutor with the error, and it'll literally probably tell me price ID is wrong, which that's how we know. Oh, see, it already knows. Stripe price ID not set. AI Tutor figured that out right now. So if we wanted to say, I want to have 2 price IDs, look, I want to have 2 tiers, basic and pro. So 2 price IDs here. Look, basic and pro. See, now there's 2. This is how you begin to alter the code that you already have.
So I do have to change the code.
You're always going to have to change the code. That's what we're going to do later. But first, I wouldn't worry about that. I would worry about getting the code to work as is. And then mess with it.
So
Yeah,
where
I
do
just
we
don't want to
take?
miss that.
What was that? I just heard like robotic.
Go ahead,
It
Hallie.
was me. I was being the robot. We
Okay.
took the little key that we just copied and we put that into now the settings part and the environment variables again.
You're talking about price ID?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll see like what the next error is. You know, we never know. Just gotta keep pushing on.
And so I see in your deployments, I only have 2 right now. Was I supposed to create another one right now?
No, you just gotta keep hitting redeploy.
Okay.
And then it's gonna create another entry in the list. You should see some of my deployments. Some of them have like thousands of things here. It's crazy.
Where was the field for price ID? I've asked this before.
What?
Where is that? Where is the field for price ID inside of Stripe?
I'm showing you.
Because I see product ID. Yeah, it's a drop down.
Those 3 dots beside the price, when you click on the actual product, Kirk, then a window opens up with that product listed. And then at the top, you have those 3 dots beside the date.
I found it.
Okay.
Got it.
Everyone up to where I am? Waiting for a deployment?
Is there anyone in the audience that is not waiting for deployment, that you are behind a step or two? I see that Renan has just come in. I see that Joaquin and Ubuka.
For cell right now.
Okay. And guys, join the live stream if you need help. That's why we're doing it this way. You can literally join the live stream this time for the first time. So while Hallie is coming back, I'm gonna go check my app. Did it deploy? It did. Now, question is, what happens when I click subscribe? Does it freak out? Failed to create session. Did you open the Stripe payment thing? Or did you turn on the?
It worked for me.
Did you have to turn on the customer portal?
I know that for now.
So what worked for you? What happens here? It goes to Stripe?
Yep.
No. Okay, hold on. I'm getting an error, but I don't know if it's real. So we'll see.
I see that Dallas is here, and also our friend Board Osaka is also here. We're on the Innovators Think Tank .com, so you have a live stream, so you can see what they're building. They have basically, for lack of a better term, replicated Canva. So they're making their own version so that they can kind of use and abuse it in their own special way within their business models. And so they're deploying these contracts, and well, they're not contracts actually, but they're deploying their code and we're making sure that everybody is caught up. For those of you that are not participating, we do know that there are some folks that are just listening in. They don't want to be on any other space because, for whatever reason, and they're learning by proxy. That's okay. You can sit back and just kind of listen to an actual digital makerspace in real time where we're just hacking our own education. So this is nights and weekends in real time here on X, and folks are acquiring new skills. Ross is the gentleman behind Tech in Schools. He is our tour guide for this evening, our fearless Sherpa through the digital overlay. And right now he is making sure that all of the folks that are up until this part can deploy the things that they've been playing with. So I think we're doing pretty darn good. We have a lot of other people in the audience. I see that 1932 is here. I see that Lawrence Bremner is also here. Very cool person if you ever get a chance to listen in on some of the spaces that he's in. And we have Passphrase, which I'm not familiar with, but I assume is an awesome person because we tend to kind of acquire awesome people. They tend to gravitate towards these spaces. So go ahead, Ross.
No, I'm just letting everyone catch up really quick, and I'm testing something with Alistair right now. And testing my webhook.
Excellent. For those that are also listening in, testing in real time is something that we also do on Saturday nights. We had a bye week this past week for Innovators Think Tank where you have the pitches, right? So most people, when we take our ideas to impact, You start with an idea, and then you surround yourself with people that are going to help you build that business model. So there are many different experts that come in from different parts of the ecosystem that help curate and cultivate our messaging. So right now you're building a product, but what do you do afterwards? What do you do after you've already got your app working or your website fully done? What do you do? Well, you go to the Innovators Think Tank and you pitch it. And it is absolutely nerve-wracking for folks that have never done it before. But Ross, that's how he started his whole entire tech in schools. It started with an elevator pitch that led to him, acquiring the funds and doing the thing. It's the same kind of concept. So every step of the innovation process comes to fruition. So whether it's on a Saturday night, all day you listen to some really cool speakers, and then kind of after hours, we all start to play with beta tests that Nick, Alisher, and Ross build over the course of the week. We're teaching how to augment your skills with artificial intelligence, with large language models. You have other people that are sitting right now as students in the class that teach a class on different occasions. So you have Sharon and Kirk. They have a space on Friday with Alisher. They've been building some really cool stuff. They're learning Unity. They also built a digital twin. So that is something that we all should be aware of when you are using the mechanical advantage of an AI, whatever, in the background. It's really important. You need to have those kinds of skills. I will also preface or kind of put it out there. Many of the kids, not kids, you aren't kids, but many of the folks in the classroom tonight are using tech in schools. My AI Tutor, they have two products underneath their big umbrella. My AI Tutor is more of your language based, your augmenting or aggregating of data. It's your large language models. Pixio is more of your creative suite. And so anytime that we subscribe to these products, a kid in New York gets a copy of it for free. So it is the gift that keeps on giving. Not only are you acquiring some really powerful tools and leveraging the fact that you're not paying a lot in subscription fees, right? You're only paying one fee a month. You're equipping a kid that may not normally have access. The barrier to entry is too high. School districts don't have it. Teachers may not be taught how to use these tools to their advantage and how to teach critical thinking and, expanding the kinds of education that these kids need for the 21st century. In order to be literate, you have to understand the tools and have them at your fingertips. And each and every person that is sitting in the room today, you are also taking the bull by the horns, as they say here on the farm, and learning a new skill and, becoming aware and fluid in the technology, because it can be scary. It can be anxious, especially if you were just downsized because of the automated process. But if you sit back and you say, how can I take advantage of it and work for myself as opposed to building somebody else's kingdom? It's amazing what can happen. And so I hope that each and every one of you think about the thing that you want to build, because if that seed of an idea is in your head, the universe is poking at you. It's telling you you have to build something, right? That only you are qualified to do. No one else is going to write your story. That's up to you. And so, if there's something that you've thought has to be out in the world, then we're here to help you build it. And every person here on the panel, we're all volunteers. We want to just see the better in you and help you believe in your fellow humans. Humans really do make cool things. And I am a testament to it. I have seen some incredible businesses being built over these past, 80 weeks or whatever it is now. I have lost track in terms of how many people have changed their stars by deciding to show up for themselves and tithing that time, these 5 hours to themselves, guilt-free. So at any rate, I hope that Ross is caught up, and I hope that the folks that are listening in understand what's going on tonight. And I thank you for your presence, even if it's just a few minutes or it's the whole entire time. We value your time and your presence more than you'll ever know. So I'll leave it at that. Are you ready, Ross?
I was just double checking all the keys, normal because human. make mistakes.
Only
So
us.
I would, if
I'm the
you're
only
not,
one that makes mistakes up here.
yeah, if
Fire
it's
away.
not working, just recycle all of your keys, get new ones, double check them. You basically, the goal is you hit premium and you could buy something, right? Who got there? Anyone beat me? Alistair beat me, but he doesn't count.
I think Cash Money Kev did. He's on the ball right now. Yes, he's giving me the hundreds. Yes. Cash Money Kev.
That's actually really cool.
Uh,
You want to tell everyone what?
I'm currently trying to find the Google auth ID stuff just to see if I could find it myself
Oh, you're like ahead.
before you get there,
Did you
but I'm
get
not going too
Stripe
far ahead.
working?
Oh, sorry, Rob.
Does Stripe work?
Oh yeah, it works. I got the webhook and everything.
Did you actually attempt to buy?
Not yet, but it does say intro rate of 0. And I have the live mode set up. I did not set up that.
That's fine. Just make sure in the ENV, guys, Alistair just told me that we should put publishable key too. So Stripe _publishable _key should be added to Vercel and local. And we'll see if this fixes it.
Sorry, the publishable key is in Stripe. Okay. Can I ask you something? I got kicked out. Do I have to pay $10 now?
Kicked out of what?
Out of my app.
No, you're gonna have a coupon code to bypass it, and it's in test mode.
Oh, okay.
Sharon, you could use credit card 4242424242 and pay anything you want in the whole world in test mode.
Okay, great. I thought I have to pay for my own app now. Wouldn't that be awful?
I mean, not really. That means it's working right. All right. We are patiently waiting for this build. Oh, also, fun little thing happened the other day. I couldn't deploy on Vercel. I got a little nervous, so I checked the status. Nothing. I DM'd the CEO. I DM'd like 3 other people that work there. Made a tweet, and I was the reason that they were able to figure this out and solve this problem. How crazy is that? But I was in the middle of like publishing, and then I think I broke Vercel for the whole world for like 30-40 minutes. It was pretty wild.
But see, that's a case in point right there. If you're the one that's breaking it and you're uncovering a loophole or a snag, that is so vital. And the companies themselves are so appreciative. I mean, it's what we do on Saturday nights, honestly. When the boys build a beta and we're, actively trying to break it, it helps hone the whole entire process. We need that innovation. Go ahead, Sharon.
Yeah, Ross is just a genius. He can break the world. He can take it all down. That's crazy. I had to laugh. Kirk and I, we were laughing. It's funny.
I was
Ross,
actually laughing kind of too. So
right? It's like only geniuses can do that. Ross, if we were, how the heck do we know that with that? The key is in Stripe, that publishable key. And I was asking myself the whole time, okay, what do we need that thing for? Question now, what is that short code what put in the ENV? Are you going to do that so that we can see it? Do you even understand what I'm saying? Probably not.
Oh, I'm on mute, but I also don't understand what you're saying.
See, I thought so. So publishable key, we're supposed to add that to our project and add that to Vercel.
Yeah.
So what do you call it? Everything has a blue name. So what is it called? How do we know? You have to name it. You can't just
Alistair sent it to you in Slack.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. And make sure your customer portal is turned on, guys. So here's what it looks like when you sign up for your own service. Look how cool this is. I'm about to sign up, guys.
Customer portal is turned on. Where do you do that?
Do it.
Customer portal. Uh-huh.
And make sure it's green. Subscribe. Let's go. $10 a month for my new app. in test mode. It's all working. The webhooks are firing, which is great. Look, success, webhook. Let's go, webhooks.
Well, great,
Here it
that's
is.
running for you, but where do I turn on customer portal?
Just search it.
Okay, customer portal. Okay, found it. No, I didn't find it. Kirk, do you have it turned on?
What are you asking me if I have turned on? Just hitting this key in here.
So now we can see my checkout session was completed. I even have a transaction right here, $10. Yay, I got fake money. Hallelujah. And it is successful. So now for the first time, like ever in the history of forever, I can go here, right? And I should be able to use AI.
Now, to be clear, folks aren't paying for stuff. They do get a free ticket eventually, correct? Or am I missing something?
Free ticket for what?
Where did you get the $10? I'm missing something, or
It's free. Using a fake credit card.
that's what I thought.
424242.
Okay, I just wanted to make
In
sure
test
on
mode.
the recording to make sure because I'm like, wait a second, we want to make sure. Thank you, thank you.
Now, because this is like a real database, we're actually able to log in locally with the database details. But you can see here that this is not working, the replicate part. So that's where we got to investigate. And for some of you, you will not even use replicate. You'll integrate something else.
Yeah, Ross, I'm still kind of stuck with, that step.
It's okay. Well, where are you guys at?
Well, the publishable key, Alisher, where did he send it to me? I don't have anything. Just show your screen where it was.
It's in the SaaS general Slack.
I'm clicking my way through 50,000 pages and I can't even keep up. It's a little bit fast. I just need to enter all of that. And when I'm clicking around and you're already 10 steps further, I just can't keep up.
No, it's okay.
We're only 11
It's okay.
steps.
Take a deep breath, Sharon. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's fried. You know what? It's just, I mean, even the questions that we're fielding in the background, they're like, dude, I'm moving in slow motion because I'm tired. You know, just give yourself some grace. It's okay.
I'm not tired. I just can't keep up. That's all. When I'm clicking, I'm going to Slack. I have to open Slack. And in the meantime, Ross is already 10 steps ahead of me. So I just,
We know. It's okay though.
It's a
We're here.
Hakuna Matata. I can sing it. What a wonderful
So
phrase.
the short.
Hakuna
So what?
Matata. Go ahead.
Did you
Oh,
find?
by the way,
did
I
you
tried
find it in
to
the Slack?
generate quiz. Sorry, what were you saying, Kirk?
Did you find it in the Slack yet, Sharon?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it's in the general. Hashtag general SaaS. Okay, it's not in the other one. So it should be in bold on the left hand side because there's been recent communication. Did you find that?
No.
Okay, I'll DM it to you directly.
Well, I can see channel invitation, Alisher, and the last message is from Nick 7.
It's in the idea to impact. It's from Alisher. Idea to impact SaaS is where Alisher posted it.
I added her to the channel. She can see it now.
Okay. And I'm just going to send it directly to you in DM.
Well, maybe it just would. Okay, how do I get to this channel?
I just added you. Go to Idea to Impact, deploy an app. You should be able to see it there.
And it's also in your DM directly from me in Slack.
Yeah, thank you. I would just, okay, here. Idea to impact, I just got it. But I don't know why I can't see Alisher's. I don't know if I'm even in there.
You're not in that channel either.
Oh, see, that's why. How do I get in that channel?
I'll add you.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. We are hot, straight, and normal. Hallie had a question, and I think Vin also had a question. Hallie, go ahead. You go first, and then we'll get to Vin.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. So when we got to the billing part for the customer portal, were we supposed to copy that link and then paste that somewhere?
Nope.
Okay, so we were supposed to get something and I don't know what we were supposed to get.
Nothing. As long as it's turned on, you're good. So if you see a URL, it's turned on. You can move on.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten there yet. I'm in Stripe now. So how do I turn that on? Search bar.
It does.
Okay.
You can join the stream if you don't see it. That's fine.
Yeah, I just need to get.
Any one of you can join the stream. Like Hallie's here. She's doing environment variables. I just made my first payment. And what I'm doing right now is doing Vercel environment variables, but like they're real this time. So I don't want you guys to see them, obviously.
Yeah, I just have to grab this publishable key first. I just want to do this first before I go anywhere. Okay. So customer portal, I'll see it if it's turned on or what.
It's green. Things will be green.
Where will things be green? When I do
It'll look like when you search it, if you look at the stream, if I search customer portal, like it'll say active. And then you're good.
Customers. Oh, yes, settings, you just want, that's all I need to know. Settings, because then I don't have, somebody has to wait for me. Let's do that again. Under settings.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. 1 second.
Because I just don't want anyone to wait for me. That's why.
Monique. So if you need help, you can join the actual stream as like someone like a participant. If you need the link, I can get it to you.
So I still get a fail when I attempt to use it, and I did the redeploy, and I do have a.
You definitely messed up on it, so go check everything. Double check everything.
Okay.
Okay, so settings, where is that customer portal again? Then no one has to wait for me then. Just tell me where I can check it. Then I can just do it myself.
Okay, and also Monique, AI Tutor DM'd you a link to the live stream if you would like to join us. And what did you say, Sharon?
I just want to know where customer portals is. So
you search it. I searched it up here.
Wait a minute, yeah, I'll just follow. So search, because it didn't do it for me.
Literally right here.
Yeah, settings.
Okay.
Customer portal. Okay, thank you.
All right. So
wait. We had Vin up. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, love. Vin came up to speak, and I think you had a question. I'm not sure. Go ahead, friend.
No, not really a question. How are you doing, Sarah? Josh and Ross, how you guys doing? It's been a while. I don't want to truncate the flow. I just wanted to say hi. It's been a while, but I'm in touch with Ross. I'm on transit right now, so I'm unable to join the section perhaps on the other end. I'm following you guys and look forward to joining one of the live classes where I can participate.
Excellent. I appreciate you coming up, and don't worry, we have a couple people that are traveling right now. Dan is also. We have Thursday mornings, so almost a full 12 hours. If we end at regular time in about 2 hours and 15 minutes, 12 hours from that time, we will start again, but it will only be an hour. So the whole night will be condensed down into a really quick and dirty is what we call it, right? So we have a lot of executives that really, that's all they can give is 1 hour. So that's what they'll do. So if you're missing it this evening, don't worry, just sit and listen and soak in what they're working on, and you're gonna learn all that stuff. It's not necessarily osmosis because you do have to kind of go through the motions, but listening to it over and over again, many people will go back to this full entire recording and listen to it at, I think, 1.5 speed, so it goes faster. Um, and that's perfectly acceptable too. How you learn is up to you. Just don't quit. That's the key. All right. So go ahead. Um, thank you for coming up, friend. Just be careful. Hallie, go ahead.
Ross, if you could take a look at my screen, I am trying to log into, well, I guess
configuration, all those things are a problem right now. And this is so insanely cool, guys. I want to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm using the app that we just built. I'm generating AI backgrounds. I'm removing backgrounds. This is like the coolest thing. I could even rotate this background just like Canva. So amazingly cool.
That's so cool.
Oh, it's so cool. So I can use this cool gradient. And I removed the background of this dude using AI, which is really cool. This is all like customized. And it's free. You don't actually need to pay for the membership because you own it. You just give yourself a nice discount. And there, you'll be able to alter and change your environment variables.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And if you guys see my screen, this is what it looks like when it's fully working. I literally just made this image. I generated it right from within the platform in the AI area right here. Photo of a man holding sign, idea to impact. Really, really simple, really, really easy. I removed his background using AI. And this is like a really, really cool platform. I even saved the image. I'm actually going to post it to you guys. You can see how cool it is. And this was made completely on this platform, even with AI. Definitely postable. And on Pixio, that can probably turn into a video. It's so Oh, it's working. Guys, so I got this to work now. Look, template system works. So on your homepage, you can have like templates for users, and this means you got to pay the little crown, like Canva. It's like a pro version. So if I click this, I go right into the template, and I get problem.
I am so insanely proud of you, Hallie. You are just knocking the ball out of the park, and you can hear it in your voice. It's a collective win for everybody tonight. If you don't fix it and it doesn't work tonight, you know what? You've just proved that it's possible. And that is half the battle, is when you can see that it is possible. And then you have that blinking light in you're just like everything clicks and you're like, whoa, I just did something really awesome. And I just think that's amazing. Freaking amazing. Sharon, you have your hand up. We're gonna get you there too, because I think 2 happy dances is the way to go this evening. Go ahead, Sharon.
Yeah, me again. Ross, I
No,
just have a
it's
question for
good.
you. I have a Ross, well, it was my browser. So, but I have a question for Ross. I can't just go into Neon and just delete a user. That doesn't work. I'm not supposed to do that.
To the user, like projects and other things that are related to the user. That's all.
So I see all of that in Neon, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and now I see, well, I wasn't even paying attention to this button at the upper left, upgrade to Image AI Pro. So meaning when I click on that, that is when I hit the paywall. I understand. I
Correct.
was not paying attention. Okay. So I have that set too. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
But you are using it right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I really missed that replicate as AI image. Yeah, I have to look at it.
So we have done Stripe integration.
Now I know what replicate is. Okay.
There is no stopping Hallie now. So the next thing we have to set up is Google login. But we're going to skip 2 and 3 because there's still more important things to do first. So we're going to work on upload now. Okay, guys? We good? Moving on, we're moving on.
Ross, how long is this class going to go today?
You want me to end it already?
No, I'm just asking
Are
because
you
I
done?
just have to take the dogs out. I'm just, don't worry about me. I just want to know. So that I can just plan.
We worry about you.
You don't have.
You can just go get the dogs and we'll be here.
Okay.
Well, Ross,
So, guys,
how about before she takes the dog out, give her an inkling about what we're going to progress as. What's the next thing on the docket for this evening, just so she has kind of a benchmark. It helps not only that, but also the recording, so that folks that do have to cut out or if they have to stop, they have a really clean place to timestamp. So it helps them kind of figure it out.
I really wouldn't know. I would say like within an hour.
Well, yeah, I mean, we
Like I don't
usually
know.
end at 11 o'clock. So we have about an hour and 20
Maybe a
minutes.
little sooner.
Yeah, we've got about an hour and 20 minutes to kind of figure out what's next, but also tie up the loose ends. So, and then we'll kind of try to ease our way into closing it, and then we will be at it again in 12 hours. So that works a little bit. But what were you thinking on taking us on the next path this evening?
Well, we're just not done yet. We still have to do upload things.
Excellent. Okay, so that's what we're working on, Sharon. And you can go stretch for a minute, get some fresh air, Actually, everybody in the room should be doing that. You should not be sitting at your desk for 5 hours straight. That's very unhealthy. So if you just stand up, stretch for a second, take a deep breath, um, and then, make sure that you're getting a little bit of circulation. If you need to go for a walk or if you need to hydrate, that's another thing. Most people that are sitting in space, you're either looking at your phone and scrolling, you're actually doing the project, or you're sitting there trying to, head down, working with other people. About doing that too is that if you're building something,
Could you change the screen real quick for me?
Yeah, cool.
So you're gonna put it here, Hallie, what I'm showing.
Oh, okay. So I don't need to save that in a notebook?
And no, it needs to go here. But it could be useful as a notebook for your next app with upload thing.
So I'm going to the upload secret key.
Yep.
And then the other part goes in this part.
Say it again.
It's just the same key, so I guess I don't need to change it.
It's already there?
Yeah, it's the same key it was prompting me to.
So upload thing, app ID and key is there, right?
Yes.
There's upload secret. Oh, I messed that up so hard right now. Oh my god, do not do what I did, guys. I messed up Unsplash. And I put, and oh my good god.
That is a timestamp right there.
Good god. Don't do this. Now I need to go back to Unsplash. This is so dumb. I need to go get the real key because I just messed that up so hard right now. So, check your keys, people. Yeah. And some cool applications for this, guys, as your brains think. Imagine as you draw, like you draw a house, all of a sudden Diffusion draws the house for you in the canvas. So that's an AI too. We do things like that. We have this in Pixio. Even up to upload. Okay. So once this fully comes back, and when you redeploy, you will be able to upload. Oh, you're just like me. You waiting. Me and Hallie chilling, waiting. All right. So I think I am still loading. So annoying. Okay, cool. So everyone that's came into live stream, everyone that's messaged us and reached out and spoke on speaker has theirs fully working. If that's not you, you're like, wait, no, not me, not I. You should come to be a speaker and join the live stream. Because this is now getting difficult. This is no longer an easy thing. So week 3 is getting difficult. Week 4 is going to be bonkers.
Sharon is back up. Something has spurred her to come back up instead of walking the dog, or she's walking the dog at a power pace, and she is going to let you have it, Ross. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Sharon. And I'm going to bring up Smoke too. I see that he's here in the audience. Go ahead, Sharon.
Well, I just wanted them to pee and do their thing, so I'm gonna walk again when class is over.
Excellent. I have my husband doing the same thing, although we just let them run for 2 or 3 acres and then they come in and everything's wonderful. But the barking, I get it and I understand. And it is interesting when we have all the different time zones. But it's so funny too, because you're such an integral part of my pocket family that I can sense when the dog needs to go out. It's so bizarre. But I think Smoke is up. Smoke, I know that you have spotty reception. How are you, friend? How are you faring? How's the house coming back together? And did you get to partake in any of the class tonight?
I have been the biggest slacker, obviously, because of Mother Nature. What's up, everybody? Mic check real quick.
You're doing great. We can hear you loud and clear, friend. How are things in your neck of the woods? Are you going to be in the crosshairs of the next one too?
Actually, no, I'm good. I'm up here in Asheville, North Carolina. Seems to be staying down in Florida. I was worried that it was going to scoot up this way, but as of the moment, today was sunny. Still no water at the house, and that is really starting to get seriously depressing. Friday is going to be 2 weeks. That's not fun at all. So, and whenever I jumped in the class earlier, my ex called me and I was on the phone with her for like a good half an hour or so. So I'm like totally behind on this whole class, but I'm watching the live stream and whatnot. I'm sure I can catch up pretty quick when I set my mind to it. But trying to go to work and whatnot with no water, we're not cutting meat at work. Pretty much just standing around. It's still a fiasco around here. And just to be honest with everybody, I watched a video earlier right down here at Biltmore Apartments that I used to deliver when I was doing my Uber Eats. they took a video like right outside on their porch, and just the amount of water that was flowing through there is just mind blowing. It's just crazy. It really is. This place has been destroyed. Not everywhere, just, anywhere where there was running water, a little creek turned into a raging freaking Niagara Falls. I mean, it was that bad. I'm lucky, a lot of people just completely wiped off to the face of the earth, basically. And it's really sad to see because whenever you were talking in Sarah, whenever you were talking and people make cool things and stuff about the ingenuity and whatnot around here, it is mind blowing how these people built their houses in the first place. I mean, like literally on the side of a mountain on a 45-degree angle. It's just like, but that's my little rant for now. Obviously, yes, I'm way behind on this course for sure.
Well, it's
I
all
need to set,
recorded.
yeah, I need to set my mind to it and get back at it.
Sometimes having
Well,
your mind on something else happens to work. But I will tell you. Go
that
ahead, Ross.
so that I know like all that stuff happens. So if you want, just let me know when you got some time over the next day or so, and I'll get you up to this point in like 1 hour.
Yeah, that's all I need. But
Yeah, it's super
it
easy.
might take another couple of days or so for me to get really straight again.
Yeah, just let me know when you have like an hour or two with good internet,
Uh-huh.
and I'll get you right up to this point before next class.
Definitely. Awesome.
So you'll be able to start at where we are right now.
Thank you, Ross. You
And
are the
Smoke,
boss. Yes,
I
sir.
will tell you this.
No problem.
One of the cool things about just human resilience, right? Sometimes taking a class like this is what you need to take yourself out of your everydayness and the things that are going on, that sometimes things are just out of our control, but there are things that we do control, and that's where spend our time, how you're going to invest it. And you know what, Smoke, you have put in a lot of hours into building yourself and you building your skill set. And I can tell you, as someone that has watched your journey over the past 19, 20, 25 weeks, whatever it is, through all of the seasons, your Paga family's here with you. I can't imagine. The Biltmore Estate is something so grand and so beautiful and aspirational. If you've ever walked through the gardens, you would walk through and think to yourself, I want to build something like that, right? And you know what? When Mother Nature happens and everything is washed away, the fact of the matter is those foundations are still there. They're still anchored in our minds, and we're still able to build the scaffolding to rebuild all sorts of things. And the ingenuity of people right now in harm's way is absolutely mind blowing. I mean, I watched people take shopping carts and string those suckers up on zip lines, and they are, delivering gas and food stuff. And I will tell you, the people of the Appalachia, for those that may not be familiar with the United States, those coal mines built our industrial, revolution. The coal that came out of those mines are what really fueled our entire revolution period in the last roaring 20s, put it that way. And the Biltmore was part of that. I will tell you, you are in the roaring 20s right now. It just happens to be the 2020s. And Take's name, I almost swore him. Did you get it working too, Sharon?
My emojis are not working. That's not working. I
Oh,
can't.
you're just doing a
totally-
happy dance in the kitchen. We know.
Exactly.
So is Kirk. He's got his little maracas and he's shaking his hunting thing. Okay. Kirk, go ahead, friend.
I got it done. I mean, I had to redeploy the entire thing. I had to go back, forget, and go push the whole thing out again, and then put all the environment variables back in from inside the VS Code. And once I did all of that, everything came back to life. My logins worked, my app worked, and Stripe worked. So everything works now, finally. But it was,
See?
yeah.
But that's a win. I mean, when you have to go all the way back, and the fact of the matter is sometimes I think you learn more at that moment. The click, click, click. You start, getting that muscle memory, and you know, the proof actually is going to be tomorrow when everything is shut down and all the tabs are closed, and then at that moment you're like, okay, can I do this again? And that is the real test, and I hope that each and every one of you do that. I will tell you, do as I say, not as I did, because I keep all my tabs open because I'm deathly afraid that I will lose my breadcrumbs. And then I get so livid ticked at myself when obviously it doesn't work. So, these are the kinds of things that you have to think about. Make sure you're taking really good notes. Your future self is so going to appreciate you if you leave proper breadcrumbs, not these little chintzy things. I'm talking about ice cream sprinkles and confetti and joy. Leave yourself that little trail. Make sure that you're using your Notion stocks or Obsidian if that's it. I am a Luddite, so I have my binder and I actually take the screenshots because I need to have that tactile experience, right? And I know a number of you do also. If you, I print out actually in black and white. I don't waste the color ink, but those are the kinds of things that you can leave huge margins and write in the margins and say, look, this is what I had to do. And there's no harm, no foul in that. I am not a coder by nature. I have to be in some respects, but I hate it. It's not my favorite thing to do. I want to poke my eyes out with scissors. I guarantee it. But if I keep careful enough notes, when I frack something up, I can find it, right? So be kind to your future self, folks. Take the time, be disciplined, and leave yourself breadcrumbs that you can follow later on. That also helps you too in terms of the vocabulary words. When we were in season 1 with the SAS, there were a lot of words that we had never heard before. And now it's just everyday vernacular. When you're playing and immersing yourself in AI technology, what's really, really cool is that you are now at the forefront, right? ChatGPT only came out in November of 2022. Each and every one of you were at the forefront. And I will tell you, there's only 0.1% of the population that are actually immersed in using the AI tools as their cohort. Most people are just, the novelty of party games and into the technology and saying, hey, I need you to do the heavy lifting. When you are teaching yourself that tool and also giving yourself permission, because there is a big learning curve, because I will tell you, more and more coders especially, there is a sense of pride, there's a sense of ego, and they don't leave it at the door. They don't want to ask for help because they went to school to code, right? And so, when you're sitting there and saying, you know what, I'm really going to lean heavily into this, whether I want to build art, whether I want to build a book, whether I want code. Use the tools that you have at your fingertips. That is the true definition of creativity in general. Creativity is not about the stuff. It's about using what is at your fingertips in that moment to meet an immediate need and get to the next step. That's human. That's human nature. That's proof of human. And you should embrace it, because from here on out, the whole world and the whole game has changed. So, Sharon, go ahead, friend.
I just have a question. When I try to generate an AI image,
from other people's frack ups, which is beautiful. So, um, what's on the next, or what?
Got it working.
I have it working,
And who
and it
put,
was wild to get in there.
so
Thank
guys,
you for
put
teaching us.
upload thing. No problem. Go to upload thing and make sure that works. So you'll know if it works because you go to image. So if you look at my live stream, upload, and you try to upload something. If it works, upload thing works. If it doesn't, well, you already know the answer. So is upload thing also working for everyone?
You said we just put it into which part?
So you got to put in the upload thing API key and secret into your environment variables. You got to redeploy and then keys right now.
Yeah, I guess that the upload thing will work, but if not, I know that it's the keys that I have to double check. I'm just signing up with a new account now.
Okay. So when you upload, it puts it in the canvas. That's how you know it works. Now, the next thing you have to make sure that works is getting images like this from Unsplash. So that works. If that works, you should be able to drag in an image and use it. Yeah. Which I did. Yep. Then it's auth. So let's get rid of this lady. Let's get back to my pen. I'm gonna get rid of all these things. Okay, we're back. So we did upload. See, look at us, guys.
and things like that. I'm a classically trained artist, right? I am completely traditional in many ways.
So they're on our list right now is, let's see where I'm at. Here's where we're at, our global list people. Here's what we did today. So that's where we're going to end. We're not going to go further because there's just more things to do. So we will go further next Wednesday, but you guys all did really, really good. You should all be super proud of yourself. And special thanks to Hallie and Sharon for being targets. Appreciate it.
Well, thanks for all the help. I really appreciate it. Wouldn't have been able to do this without all of you.
Yeah, no problem. And don't ever like be stressed out when you're building, any one of you, not just Hallie and Sharon, but come up and be a target. Because when you're a target, you figure it out. If you're having trouble, don't feel bad because everyone has trouble. Even me, I messed up like 4 different things today. And Sharon, tomorrow after your class, let me know and we'll hop on a call and get you all fixed up. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, it's not working. I'll check the keys. Yeah.
So the only things it could be, right, are the keys, number one, the URL, right, and something in Stripe. Are you using real data or no?
I'm using test data.
Okay, so just make sure that webhook isn't webhooks and make sure the keys are correct and there's no extra space because a space in the key is just bad. It won't work. But we'll help you tomorrow. Don't worry about it. It's gonna work. There's no reason in the world why it wouldn't work tomorrow when we meet up. And Smoke, don't forget, send me a message in a few days and we'll get on a call for like an hour or two and figure you out too.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Because we got a couple other issues we need to talk about also. Thank you, sir.
Sure. And if you have any questions up to this point, you can shoot us a DM in Slack. But when I end this stream, this will be available. This will be available to actually rewatch. And someone said in the stream, what happened to doing the other steps on the list? Well, nothing. It's just 10:30. And so we went a little bit over anyways, and you never want to overload. And of course, you could just go ahead and do them all. You don't even need me. So if you can figure out everything else, go for it. But we will pick up right here next Wednesday. And if you come tomorrow in the morning, we should be able to get you up to where we are right now. And a lot of you did deploy. And if your app did deploy, you can just use it. I mean, it's your app, right? You're the owner of it, so you can use it. It's free for you in test mode. And then probably not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, we'll probably talk about transitioning to production and live mode and what that entails. But between then and now, we're actually going to build some new features in this thing. Any questions?
I have one.
Okay.
You can go, Sharon. It's
Okay.
I just want to know, so next week we're gonna add all the rest. That's next week.
We're going to add GitHub. We're going to add Google. We're going to add our logo, and we're going to add a new feature.
Okay.
So have you built like multiple different apps like throughout like other days while like in other seasons? Because I'm thinking, this is great for this, but if we wanted to get going on maybe doing another version of it, do you ever do 2 at the same time?
I don't know if I understand your question. What do you mean another version of it?
Like, how I think it was last week we decided which video we were gonna use, like the
Oh,
SaaS
right.
apps
Yeah.
and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So you could formulate. I'm trying to think of how many. This is our 3rd week, so we could rewatch the first week, and then pick a different SaaS app to like get going.
Yeah, if that's something you like to do, just shoot us a message or a DM in Slack, and we'll show you how you can do that if you want to. You don't have to limit just to doing this one. You can basically launch any service using the same protocols that we just did. It may be a different API key for some random things, but this is the general way. This is the way to do it. So like next season, we'll be building something else and we'll just keep building things and we'll choose together what we build. And this allows us to all be at the same place, right? If we all had different apps, we would all have different problems, which can get, in one word, chaotic. But yeah, you're not limited. And if you're like Hallie and you want to go forward and do more, you can just reach out to us and we will show you the way.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ross. I appreciate your time, and thank you, Josh and Sarah and Mattia and Kirk and Sharon. Thank you so much.
I'm so stinking proud. Hallie, you've knocked the ball out of the park. And I apologize for saying Haley. My son's girlfriend is a Haley. So it's like Haley, Hallie. I'll get it eventually. But just know that you are loved and just appreciated beyond belief. Wow, what an amazing class. You guys have once again proven your salt, and salt is so needed for preservation, not just of yourself, but all of humanity. When you achieve something, it spreads and it's flavors us all. So leave that analogy as it is. Each and every one of you, I hope that you had a wonderful evening, that you learned something, you take away a nugget. There are many people here tonight that are just listening in because that's all they can do. And you know what? That's all you can do, and you did it well. We do what we can. Not sometimes it's not, pretty. Sometimes it's not our everything, but you know what? Sometimes you just have to get out of the bed and take the shower, or get out of the bed, get dressed. Little baby steps, and the fact that you are moving is everything. Mobility truly matters. Stagnant water will always putrefy. Your steel will rust. You will not be prepared for battle if you do not move forward. So, little increments, we will always celebrate. So, to those of you that listened in this evening, congratulations. That's the first step in eking out and etching out, carving out time that you need to build up yourself and to replenish your resources, the thing that you bring to the table, your secret sauce, your upskilled, whatever it is. Tonight you did awesome. So I just wanted to say thank you to Nick Ross and Alisher, because they have become dear friends of mine, and I admire them so greatly. I admire their tenacity, their grit, their bold brashness and audacity in deciding that they are going to upend education and be a driving force in changing the stars of everyday folks, everyday people like us who are choosing to show up and do extraordinary things. That you're doing the hard work, and not everybody will do that. So if the folks around you are not acknowledging the sacrifice that you're making and the investment that you're doing and putting into yourself, look to your left and look to your right. These are folks that are in the trenches with you, and they understand how hard it is, not just to be a founder, but to be an insatiable learner, to be up in the late hours when everybody else is asleep, to wake up before everybody else. I guarantee you it will pay off. The things that you are building matter. They matter to the world. They have to get out there in the wild. You have no idea what your idea is going to do in terms of spurring someone else on and maybe getting them across the finish line. I think that's beautiful. I wanted to say thanks to Mattia, to Luke also. He's hiding in the background to make sure everything stays up and running. Josh Hellman for introducing us to his friends and the Innovators Think Tank, for the idea that ideas can have impact and we all can be on that journey together. Cash Money Kev, his beloved cats, they're more like brothers to me. These 7 men are more like brothers to me. I adore them so much, and I adore their vision, that North Star that they keep their eyes on. And, like I said, everybody shows up here. We're all volunteers. No one's getting paid, but we're all so wealthy in so many different ways. The fellowship that we get to spend with one another, and the collaborations. It truly is the currency that we are all going to be so wealthy in. So I hope that each and every one of you have a wonderful evening, that the rest of the day, wherever you are, treats you kindly. To all of our future dwellers over on the other side of the pond, I hope that you're sleeping like legit. And when it's time to wake up, that the day shines upon you and that you get something productive done with your minutes that you have here on the earth, right? Each and every one of you are given your undefeated, your well-deserved don't let other hundreds worry about it.
We're breaking limits, setting our pace through every.
I will see you tomorrow morning, and I will also see you on
Ross, I'll let you go first, brother. I will see you guys on Friday. We are pretty deep into the building process now. And it's about you need help to get products, you should figure out what it is that is their product so that you can be products. Because the next class we do is we're basically going to start building out features, adding login stuff, all that on, adding new features, changing models, and reskinning and redesigning the application. So our colors, our logo, and all that stuff. If you have this one, you can do it. This is not easy and not for just the average person. A lot of people just will go about their life and use the internet products and never think for a second that they could be someone who creates internet products and build their future. So you're now taking those steps, guys, and it's really cool to like be a part of your journey. And I hope you continue to learn beyond like what we do, because this is just an example, but like a fully working example that can take money, a SaaS product, but this is just the beginning. You can modify this app to do anything you can possibly even dream of. Even like subtitles and video design and AI video, and it could do LoRa's. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. And this is just the beginning, and every idea to impact, we're going to take it a step further and design even cooler products. And we're actually going to design a SaaS in next idea to impact on cPanel. So it'll be done in PHP and JavaScript and HTML, fully functioning SaaS. And it's super cool. You'll get to use cPanel and build a product, and you'll be in full control. So things like this are really important to understand. So I hope you guys are enjoying the process. If you're hating the process, then maybe this isn't the season to join in. But if you're liking the process, I would say keep moving, keep pushing, and when it gets difficult and it stops working, or you get confused, just kind of like breathe. You have AI, you have us, you have a community, you have support. So yeah, that's my final thoughts. Awesome.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you, Alisher, Nick, everybody that was here today and went through the whole process. I am also very happy to be here with all you guys, pushing through and trying to get this in and learning new stuff. It's been wonderful. And I'm not going anywhere, Ross. I don't care what you bring. I am going to try to do it. You can do anything. I'll stay here. Even if I have to pull out all my hair.
Awesome, guys. I love it. Ross, I gotta say, I was watching the closing stream, new video, and I think is that a new ad? Edited ad? I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's AI generated too.
Was that Dorcher generated?
Yeah, everything was generated. Want to see it again?
Hell yeah, that was awesome. Good job, Sarah. 15 seconds.
Big from video to video.
Ross, I gotta say, I'm blown away. That is some high level advertising skills right there. That is such a cool way to end the stream. I'm gonna have to rewatch that a few times. I love all the closing notes, guys. I'm truly blown away by how much we got done today, and I'm happy that everybody was on the same page and stuck together strong. I know Sarah's helping out everybody on the back end. Ross was just literally going crazy today, helping everybody, making sure everybody was all caught up. And Nick Nowfer too, because I could hear him in the background still going crazy and helping everybody out too. It's like a kitchen in the middle of a rush, pretty much. That's how class is sometimes when people get stuck, and I kind of like that feeling. So I appreciate you guys for your professionalism and these classes. So priceless. And man, I'm just watching this ad again. It's so cool.
This world was never meant for a woman's heart, but still you rise through it all. When I'm out of breath, she's my vitals. When I need to ref, she's my ride or die. When I'm out of faith, she's my idol. I just killed a man, she's my alibi. Fais des mélos dans ma tête. Fais des mélos dans ma tête. Fais des mélos dans ma tête. Tout, bisous dans le cou. Sur mon corps, tu t'aimes tout. Do you want it, do. And how I find a world of creativity where imagination shines. Boundless creations, experience the thrill. Fuel your imagination, let your creativity fill. Get started, create and animate. Empower your artistry with Pixio's cutting edge light. Generate, edit, animate and more. Unlock your potential, leave the ordinary floor. Pixio's innovative tools, take your vision far. Redefine your creativity beyond who you are. Pixio, where imagination knows no bounds. Pixio, limitless creations all around. Pixio, bring your vision to life. Pixio, where creativity meets strife. Add images, remix and upscale with ease. Bring your ideas to life with Pixio's expertise. 3D models, videos, and more at your command. Unleash your artistic potential with Pixio's master plan. Generate, animate, and more. Unlock your potential, leave the ordinary floor. Pixio's innovative tools, take your vision far. Redefine your creativity beyond who you are. Pixio, where imagination knows no bounds. Pixio, limitless creations all around. Pixio, bring your vision to life. Pixio, where creativity meets life. Don't just dream, create, don't just imagine, make. With Pixio's advanced settings, your art will never break. Fine-tune, experiment, and unleash your artistic soul. With Pixio, the possibilities are endless, make it whole. Pixio's cutting-edge tech to create.